Hey guys, Paul here with Pat Tech, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are like me and have been using the Parrot teleprompter for your YouTube videos and found it acceptable for close-up work, but maybe not so great for when you need to be a little bit further from the screen, the Desview T3 teleprompter addresses that problem. Let's jump in and have a look. As you can see, the screen is considerably larger than its primary competition, 7.5 by 6 inches to be exact, compared to 4.5 by 3 3/4. Now, as a result of that, it's much easier to see at a distance. Like its Parrot competitor, it comes with a Bluetooth remote control and a free app to display your scripts. The Desview is mostly plastic construction, with the exception of the beam splitter glass panel that comes with a plastic protection cover for travel or if you want to store the thing away. Unlike the Parrot, the T3 can accommodate an iPad mini, allowing for easier visibility at a distance, which is the primary reason I opted to purchase this unit in the first place. Current price is about $99 on Amazon.com, and I'll put a link in the description for you. The Desview app allows for color changes of both the fonts and the background, which I really appreciate. The older I get, the harder I can see white, so green is a better color for me. Additionally, text speed variability and mirroring are also doable within the app. 2 mounting options are supplied in the kit, one for iPhone and one for tablets up to 11 inches. Adapter rings for the most common lens sizes are supplied, as are some foam pads and additional adapters for you to use your iPhone as a recording camera should you wish to do so. Now personally, I've been using this product with my A7 III, A6000 or G85 with really good results. So let's take a quick look at my setup and see if this is something you want to add to your arsenal of content creation tools. So I put the house lights on. Let's take a look at this thing and you can see exactly what comes in the kit. I mean, it's a very simplistic system. This is the box that it comes in. It's packed in a dense foam. Your beam splitter glass comes with this little protection guard or shield, and that just slips over the top of this thing like that. You know, and that's the way it comes in the box. You slide this thing off, and then you've got 2 of these little mounting adapters. This is the one for your iPhone, and of course the one that's on here now is the one for the tablet, up to 11 inches. And the one thing I didn't see in the reviews, which prompted me to do my review, is that I didn't see anybody using this thing with an iPad mini. And so, you know, I wanted to show that this thing does indeed work with an iPad mini, and you've got a bit of a range of adjustment. If I just pop this thing out of here for a second. So this is your adjuster bracket for the larger tablet, and it really just screws onto the back here with some wing nuts, you know, flathead screws. And then you can, by loosening these 2 screws, you can slide your mounting bracket up or down. And I found I've got this thing right at the bottom, and it seems to work pretty good. In fact, I recorded the intro and the rest of it in this video with this. So, but you know, the idea of this thing is that it gets away from the main problem on the Parrot, and that is I always had to use that the teleprompter, which is this little guy here, and I still do use it. I mean, it still has its place in my arsenal of tools for sure. But the problem with this thing is if you go from, say, the Viltrox 23mm f1.4 wide angle lens to the Sigma 16 on an APS-C camera, like I record on my A6000 from time to time, you're going to get that sort of fringing or shadowing around the outside. And so this teleprompter completely eliminates it. It's designed to work with the wide angle lenses. And so I'm using it on my 24G Master with my Sony A7 III. That's what I'm recording into right now. And so far, I have no complaints about this system. I saw one review where the gentleman, he had this mounted on his camera lens, and he was complaining that it was a little bit flimsy this way. It was putting quite a bit of weight on his lens. And I'm going to put that link in the description for you just in case you want it. What he did was he took one of these small rig adapters, and he bought a couple of rods to go through here. And so he basically had the teleprompter, you know, mounted on here, something like this, and the 2 rods were coming to another little bracket, and he used a little piece of aluminum L bracket to make a support so that when the camera was sitting on this part here, the rods in the bracket he made were actually supporting the teleprompter. They were supporting the weight, because you know, to be honest with you, when you take the iPad mini and you put it in here, I mean, you can feel it. It's putting a little bit of weight. So if you've got a less expensive camera, you know, a zoom lens or something like that, you don't want this weight to be resting on that lens. But so far, like on my G Master 24, I haven't had any real issues. I think as long as you're careful and you're not bouncing it around, you know, this thing isn't going to cause you any grief in any way, shape, or form. One thing I did notice, difference between the Parrot teleprompter and the Desview T3 is that when I'm using this, the clicking noise is audible. And so when I recorded this piece, I had it down below like this, just so that you couldn't hear the clicking noise. That was one thing I noticed. And I've noticed that this remote control, like there's a button on the front here, I don't find it works all that great, but this one on the top here does exactly the same thing. And it'll start and stop your text. You can page up, you can page down. Just runs on a couple of small, I think this one's AAAs or AA's. Yeah, 2 AAA batteries. And it fires up every time. But the trick, it doesn't matter whether you're using the Parrot or you're using the T3, you're going to have to practice with it. And as you practice, you know, the results you're going to get are going to be better. Now, it comes with an absolute plethora of mounting rings, okay, and adapters. So far I haven't found a situation yet where I haven't had an adapter ring to mount it on either my Sony a7 III, my a6000, or my G85. So that's a good thing. You know, I like things that work. And they give you a bunch of these little foam pads with knockouts in them. So if you're going to record, if you want to use your iPhone to record, then you'll be able to set the thing up, and these things will allow you to do so. And all this comes in the kit for a whopping $99, so I really can't complain. I've had good results with it so far, and I hope that helps you. Okay, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this one. So if you're sitting on the fence about buying this teleprompter, I would say, you know, you can go out and buy it with confidence. It's a decent product, especially for the price point on it is quite good. Yeah, it's a little bit plasticky, but you can do a workaround, as I mentioned. I'll put that link in the description. If you found the video useful, please hit the subscribe and like buttons, and that'll help me bring more videos to you in the future. There's no cost to you. And that's it for this one. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.